What's going on, guys? It's Yeti here. I want to do an update video to talk about quite a lot, or a few things that I want to talk about, that I wanted to talk about for a little bit. I was sort of waiting for it to hit 3K to try and do like a 3K update type thing, but I had like a big drop. I lost like 30 subs in 2 days, and it's just slowed down a little bit. I want to talk about these things while I still can. I'm not dying. I don't know why I made that sound so ominous. I want to talk about, okay, so the main things I want to talk about is two main things. First of all, what's happening with this channel. There's new stuff happening. There's no real huge changes. Nothing's, you know, serious is stopping or anything. But there's new stuff that I want to talk about, what's coming up. I'm also starting uni 3 weeks today as I'm recording this. I'm uploading this tomorrow, so 3 weeks yesterday as you're watching it. And I want to talk a bit about how that's going to affect things with the channel, and stuff like that. And then the other main thing I want to talk about is the second channels. I've always had extra channels, and I always the whole time I've been doing YouTube, I always like change around what I'm doing with the other channels. I'll change the names of channels, I'll change what I'm doing on them. I finally decided what channels I'm having and what I'm doing with them and how they're going to coincide with this channel. So basically just organising everything and just keeping you guys posted, the projects coming up, etc, etc. Let's do it. I should mention as well, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I can feel it in my ears that my voice sounds weird. I don't know if it actually does. I've got a cold at the moment. It sucks. I've been trying to record, but I just feel like shit, so I can't really. I just thought I'd mention it. The channel has been around 4 years now. That's a long time. I had other channels before this one as well, so I've been doing this for quite a long time. Quite happy with what we achieved. 2.5 million views, nearly 3,000 subscribers. I'm pretty happy with that. But I think I've finally figured out what I need to be doing. So in 3 weeks, I start uni. I'm doing filmmaking. It's a full-time course, so I'll be in like full days every day. I need to find out more on how it works. I'm hoping to get in touch with someone before I start to find out more. But I'll obviously hopefully find out within the first couple of weeks, and if not, I'm going to be asking. But it's a full-time course. It's a filmmaking course, so it's going to be like if you've got a project, and it says it's going to be a project every 8 weeks roughly. And if you've got a project, you work on it, and you could potentially be working. You could be in there every day until the project's finished. And now I don't know if. And it also said there could potentially be industry days, so there could be weeks when you're doing 12-hour days, 6 days a week, if that's what is needed at the time. Now it depends what I specialise in. When I'm needed, obviously. For example, a camera operator is needed for filming. Once all the filming's done, and then it goes into post-production, and if it's being edited over a week, they're not being used for that week. Or an editor, for example, only does the post-production. They're not needed when it's all being filmed. So I don't really know how it works. If in the post-production, when the camera operators aren't needed, are they just going to be thrown straight onto a new project, or do they get a bit of downtime? Especially, you know, if you're going to be spending like hours and hours and hours getting it working, I don't see finishing a project and then just being like, okay, that's done, start another one. I feel like there should be some downtime between, so I don't really know how it's going to work. I just know that there could be times when I don't have the time to work on YouTube, or I just don't want to, if that makes sense, because like I don't want to be, if I've just done like days and days and hours of work, I don't want to then be coming home and being like, all right, I've got to spend hours and hours on YouTube. This is still a hobby, always has been a hobby, and as much as I love it and as much as it's my main hobby, I just want to mention now that I'm trying my best to continue it as in the same way I'm doing it now. Hopefully better even, because I've been slacking over summer, which I always do. I always say I'm going to do loads over summer, and I always slack. But I do want to continue it. I'm just saying, like, just to be aware for the future that if things start to slow down a little bit, that's why. It's not because I'm giving up or I'm losing interest. It's just because my uni course is hecka intense. I think probably I need to find out more. Having said that, what is coming on this channel on Yetihype, youtube.com/Yetihype? Let me tell you, I think you'll find it very. First of all, I've updated my Patreon. It's better now. I basically the goals were a bit messy and shit and unorganized. Not the goals, sorry, the rewards. They're much more logical now. They're much more, it's black and white what they are. They're good. So going on, my voice crack, dude. That's awful. It's because I've got this cold. My throat is really hurting. But I can't. It's weird though. When I drink, I feel sick. So I'm trying to drink as much as possible because my throat, and because, you know, water's good when you've got a cold, but I'm struggling. What was I saying? Patreon. The rewards are better now. The goals make more sense and are more logical, and they're there. And just generally the way it's presented makes more sense. It's all more updated because I just sort of did it like 2 years ago and then left it. But all the information on there makes sense and is relevant to what's going on now. I'm going to be using it to post more often, to talk about projects I'm working on, behind the scenes stuff. I'm going to be posting when I've done like big edited videos. I'm going to be trying and putting them on the Patreon feed, like maybe only a few hours, but if I'm organised enough, hopefully like a day before it actually goes public, it'll be available on the Patreon feed. So just letting people know, I'm going to do, it's just something that's there for now. I feel like it's just going to be sort of a thing that's there. I just never really pushed it much. I've always had a link in the description, but I never really pushed it much, just because it was always like I just sort of set it up and left it. But now it's legit. It's all up to date. All the rewards make sense, and there's things I can keep track of and stuff. So I'm gonna be mentioning it a bit more, but I'm not gonna push it properly because I feel like at the level I am now, it's not really. It's just an option. It's just there if people want it. But if this ever takes off properly and I ever start going somewhere, like hugely with it, then maybe later on down the line I'll make a proper video talking about it when you know, if it ever gets to the point, now it's just a hobby, but if it ever gets to the point where it's like, oh, this could become more, and I want to start making more videos and spending more time, but it's just becoming a struggle, then maybe at that point it'll be more reasonable to talk about it more. For now though, it's there. And that was a complete digression. I wasn't even going to talk about it, but I just spent like 2 minutes doing it. The main channel. So what's going on with the channel at the moment? We have Team Fortress 2 and we have the gaming edited stuff. Basically, I want to start doing more planned, thought out content. TF2 is going to continue. The edited stuff's going to continue. I like the real series I've been doing with like real FPS and platformer and RPG. I've got a few more of those lined up. I've only got one. I've got one idea for like a game that I'm gonna play for like what's gonna be the next episode. But I've got a few more genres that I want to try and figure out a game that would fit into that series. I've not done like a normal regular game and edited video for a while because I've been doing the real ones. The last one was the height of gaming, which is when I played the Facebook Messenger games, and that was 4 months ago. So I'm actually going to be recording just like a regular gaming edited video now, where I just have a fun game and I'm going to play it and I'm going to edit it down. I have an idea for a series that I'm not sure if it's worked out yet. And I recorded 2 episodes of it, but both of them, one of them was like 2 months ago, and one of them was like a month ago, and I've not edited either of them yet. And I'm gonna start editing one tonight. I think I'm gonna scrap them. The idea is, let me know what you think of this, is like indie games, because I love indie games. I've always done stuff with them. You know, we did Taking a Gander out for a while. We did quite a lot of those. There was that bit where I did Yetihype Plays, which is the series where I just like play games, that like new indie games for like half an hour and then edit them down. That was quite good, and I've just never really stuck through with them. Neither of those really fit into the channel anymore, but I still love them and I still want to do them in some way, and I still want to be getting games on Keymailer and playing them and stuff, because I'm getting some awesome games. I just need the opportunity to play them. So what I was doing was I was playing them for the first hour. I was installing them, playing them, recording them for an hour, and then it would be edited down to like a 10 to 20 minute edited video. And at the end, I'd give my opinions after the first hour. So the first one that I played, oh shit, which one did I do first? I think it was Tanzia was the first one that I played, which is like an RPG type thing. And just let me know what you think of the idea. I might put one up. I might edit it and see how it goes, and if I like it enough, I'll put it up. And if people enjoy it, then we'll see what happens. I just don't know if it really was as entertaining as I wanted it to be. Maybe I just need a few more goes until I get the hang of that sort of thing. But that was going to be something on the side, so it just means that I can be bringing loads of fresh new indie games to the channel, and it's still like edited and stuff. And then as well, gaming edited. So those are like going to be the main things that are not the sort of big projects. Is TF2, the general gaming edited videos, and then maybe this sort of indie series. I've not thought of a name yet. This sort of where I'd spotlight a game an episode. But in terms of actual thought out content, I want to expand a little bit into sort of video essay type things. So I'm going to leave a link in the description to a Google Doc. Actually, I'm going to do it in a Google Doc, and it's going to be a list of people that I've been watching recently who make these sorts of videos, and a brief description of who they are and what they do, and I'll put some like of my favourite videos of theirs for you to check out, where there'll be a topic and I'll talk about it, and it might be like analysing a game or analysing a series, or it might be something that's happened, or it might be like, what's this? And I don't want to give it too much away. I think if you've seen them before, you'll know what I'm talking about, or if you go on a couple of these channels, you get the idea quite quickly. But I want these to be like proper projects. I don't want this to be like, here's a video idea, I'm going to do it, edit it, it's up. What's the next TF2 video? Let me think of an idea. Okay, it's going to be this. Right, I filmed it, now I just need to edit it and put it up. I want these to be like proper projects that I can work on. They might need research, and these will be needed scripting as well, because I want to work on my scripting, because I've done it before, but I never really properly, and I've never really used it. So I want to do like proper scripted videos. I want to work on that. I think that'll be useful for uni as well, because that is a part of the course. At some point we need to write a script, even if that's not a specialty we want to go down. I want to work on that, and they're going to be proper scripted videos. They'll vary in length. I think the average ones won't be that long. They'll be sort of 5 to 10 minutes. But I've got a couple ideas for like big ones as well. One I've already started on that's hopefully going to be like half an hour plus. It's going to be as long as I let it go. Maybe even between half an hour and an hour is the goal. Or not the goal, but the estimate. Half an hour, I think, it's going to be that. But I imagine it being over. But I'm not going to sort of sit here and go, right, let's try and bring it down. I'm literally just going to let it be as long as it needs to be, and I think it's going to be really interesting. And I just want to work more on that, and I think that's going to be a new thing you're going to see front and central on the channel, and those are quite good as well. In that, say if I need a TF2 video or a gaming edited video, and you're right, I have an idea, sit down for an hour to record it, and then spend a few hours or a couple hours, however long it takes to spend it on the video, editing it and putting it up. I like these ones because I can work on them for a while. So if it is like a busy time at uni, I don't have time to sitting down and recording TF2 videos or edited videos, I can not worry about that, and I can have these. These means I can have something going. So whereas with a TF2 video, it means, oh, there's not been one for a while, I need to find the time to sit down and do one and put it up. Whereas with these, it doesn't mean I need to be finding time, it means that I can literally just be working on them as I go. So even if we're having a bit of downtime on the channel, it means that I've still got something to work on. So whether it be, right, I've got an idea, so I can be researching it for a bit, and I can, even if I've had like a long day or whatever, if I've not got loads of time to make a video, I can still just spend a little bit of time working on the scripts for a bit, and then eventually when the script's done, and I find the time to sit down and just do the script and do all the voiceover in one go, then I've still got all this time to find all the footage. And even if I'm looking for time to do the voiceover and I've finished the script and it's like a week until I can do it, or 2 weeks or whatever, I can still be gathering all the footage to go with the script as I go. And then I've got all the footage, and I've done the scripts, and now there's all the editing, and it's all this big projects I can be working on, so that I'm still working on something. Even if I'm not bringing out loads of content at the time, I'm still working on something, and then when it does come out, it's like this big project that I'll be happy with. And I don't need to rush it as well. I can take the time, so I can like put a lot of effort into each individual bit, so that the whole video is just like really snazzy and panaz and awesome. And that's going to be a big thing. That was the main thing I wanted to talk about with the main channel, is these video essays that are going to be coming up. And hopefully you guys will enjoy those. So I've been talking for way longer than I wanted to already. So yeah, the video essays, TF2 gaming edited carrying on, maybe this indie series, so expect to see maybe 1 or 2 of those, and then they'll maybe continue, or if they don't, then that's fine. We'll see where that goes. The video essays, the video essays, the video essays. We'll see what happens when uni starts, September 18th. We'll see what happens from there. I am working really hard right now to try and, like, today I'm going to be basically recording as like all day, and the same tomorrow. Again, I'm going to be recording like all day, and I'm literally going to spend like all night editing tonight. I'm going to try and stay up, even though I've got a cold. I've been going to bed like at 11 the past few days, but I'm going to try and stay up at least another hour or 2, because I'm just going to be editing and editing. So I'm going to try and get as much done as possible over today, and then I've got tomorrow to record, and then I have Sunday, all of Sunday to edit. So I've got basically like all of today to record, and then tonight to edit, all tomorrow day to record, and then tomorrow night to edit, and then all of Sunday day and night to edit. So I've basically got 3 days to spend recording and editing as much as possible, and I'm feeling pretty motivated with it. I actually wasn't going to do anything last night because I wanted to just like relax and try and get over my cold a little bit, but I made a video. So yeah, hopefully I can get a lot done, and then I'm gonna pick at least another long weekend like this at some point before, in the next 3 weeks before I start uni, to do the same thing. So I'll have had 2 long weekends of just recording and editing. So hopefully the first at least month or 2 of uni shouldn't be too bad, because even if I'm not, because it gives me the first couple months to not have to worry about content too much. If I have to do a video here or there, it's not that big of a deal because I've already got some, or even if I don't get around to doing any, then that's fine. So first couple months will be fine, and then it means that I'm safe until at least I know what's going on, and then at that point I can reassess. There may be another update, maybe like a month into uni, maybe a couple of weeks, it depends how when I find things out. But maybe like a month or 2. We'll see what happens. It depends when I know. It depends how long it takes you to settle in and figure stuff out. But for now, let's talk about the other channels. So quickly, Yetihype, we obviously know what Yetihype is at this point. The 2 other main channels are Yeti Plays and Yetiness. And what I've decided I'm going to do with these, Yeti Plays, the Let's Play channel. We've always done Let's Plays on this channel. Now that I'm not, I feel a bit sad about it. I feel like it'd be weird if I didn't do them. But however, it's literally just going to be when I get the time. So I did this 8-bit Hordes series because I had the time to. I've finished that now as of recording this. And I'm going to try and do another one either tomorrow, or maybe like some of it tomorrow, and then this second session that I'm talking about before I start uni, I'm going to try and do another, like finish a game basically. So that I'm going to finish 8-bit Hordes, and then there'll be like a week break, and then I'll start uploading the next series. But that series hopefully should be like done by then, or half done, and then I'll finish it. So by the time I start uni, I'll have this like whole series uploaded, scheduled, and ready to go. Then at that point, it's whenever I get chance to record the next series. If there isn't any for a couple months, that's fine. Since I'll have about a month ready, then I should be okay to at least get one started. And it's literally just going to be whatever game I feel like, whether it's a new game that's come out, or whether it's a game that I wanted to play for a while, or a game that I've loved for ages. That's basically where Let's Plays are going to happen, but it is literally just like a bonus channel. If you want to watch those, that's awesome. If you don't, then that's fine too, because I'm not going to be uploading crazy consistently anyway. But yeah, for now we're playing 8-bit Hordes. I'm putting up the next episode tonight, so as of recording this, so as of watching this, there's 7 episodes of that up. I believe there's going to be like 12 total, I think. There's 12 total. So there's a few more episodes of that to go, then there'll be a week break, and then there'll be another game. So if you want to check that out, there'll be a link in the description. They'll just happen randomly, and you can watch those if you want, and you don't have to. So that's just where Let's Plays are going to be, if you're wondering. If you did watch the Let's Plays on this channel back in the day, then they are happening just somewhere else, and not as frequently, just as like a bonus thing. And then the other thing would be Yetiness. That channel originally was Yetihype Benchmarks. I uploaded a couple of benchmark videos showing off gameplay with my 750 Ti, and then did no more, and then did a few with my 960 on my next computer. Then it changed to Yetiness, and for maybe like a couple months I was using it to do like, I was doing commentary videos like all these guys, before they sort of stopped being a thing. They did quite well actually, considering it has like 61 subs. I think it had 62 and then it lost one quite recently. It's like 61 subs, and they were doing quite well, considering, looking at the views and stuff. But then that just sort of fell through. There was a little while when I wanted to turn it into like an H3H2 reaction channel, so it'd be like a reaction channel but like talking about stuff. Less just like, look at this video, let's make fun of it. Still would have that in it, but more actual discussion and maybe like some skits and stuff. But then that it was never going to work out. I wanted to do it and was really set on doing it for about 3 days, and then it just fell off. And it doesn't really suit my content or my other channels. So I finally figured out what I'm doing with that channel. It's going to be like the bonus channel, similar to people like Tio, who has more Tio, and Funk, who has Fatunk. It's going to be like that. So essentially what I'm going to be using that channel for is just bonus stuff. So if I just feel like, if I have an idea for a video and I just feel like making it and I make it but it doesn't really fit on the main channel, it'll go there. If I make a video that just doesn't really suit the style on the main channel, it'll go there. So like for example, I've got a couple ideas for like rap based videos that I want to make. I want to do a video talking about my favourite ever verses / lyrics. I want to do one talking about my favourite artists and albums of theirs. And I've never done like rap / hip hop videos on this channel before, except for that one that was like I did for college and just decided to put it on YouTube as well. It was my favourite albums of 2016, but it was thrown together in about an hour for college. So yeah, I've never really done hip-hop videos on this channel before, so they wouldn't really suit, but I feel like making those videos, just talking about like my favourite artists or whatever. So that'll go on the second channel, videos that don't really fit. Bonus footage sort of videos. So like I did earlier this week, or a couple of weeks ago, I did a real FPS, and then earlier this week I released the extra footage. Because I said at the end of that video, I edited it, and I like them being 10 to 15 minutes long, the gaming edit videos, preferably 10 to 13, and that reached like 12:44 or something, and I was happy with it, but there was like still another 25 minutes or 20 minutes of footage or something ridiculous. So I was like, I'll do the extra one, and in future that sort of video will go on the second channel. I'll put it on the main channel because I'd already said in the first video there'd be a second one, and I also hadn't established yet that this was what the second channel was being used for. But from now on, that'll be used for that. It doesn't. I mean, that's the first time that's happened. Usually I just cut loads out. Maybe in future, if I'm cutting like extra jokes out, I may save them for like another, even if it's like a minute or two of extra footage, just as like a bit of a bonus if people want to see it. Here's the stuff that didn't quite make the main video. And it may make the main videos even better, because it may give me more of an excuse to cut extra stuff out of the main video that just wasn't very good. Or sometimes I'm like, I make a bit of, I think that's quite funny, but I don't know if it maybe isn't as funny as the rest of the video and it slows the momentum down slightly. That sort of thing could maybe go into an extra video with the stuff that was just straight cut out, just so that if people want to see any extra stuff they can, or if people are interested in the stuff that does get cut out, it can be there. I may make more of an effort to have extra stuff in the future, because I do discard quite a lot. So that's what that's for, as well as any just like, there may be some like random talky videos that aren't as edited, and if I have a topic I want to talk about that doesn't really fit into the main channel. So like, yeah, extra videos, extra random ideas I have that don't fit on the main channel will go there. Bonus footage and extra footage, maybe stream highlights on the very rare occasion that I stream. Just random stuff as well, and even stuff that isn't related. If I just have an idea for a random video that I want to work on that's like nothing to do, it might even have my voice in it, like the NLSS video, the Who video, if you've not seen that, which has like 35k views now, which is crazy. That might go on the second channel. That one, something like that video specifically, I think would stay on the main channel, just because I figured that I'd probably get a few views. I was hoping for a couple thousand on that one, I'll be honest, which I think was a bit cheeky of me at the time, but now it's 35,000, so I'll take it. But yeah, if an idea like that might go on the second channel. Just all sorts of extra bonus stuff. No sort of consistency with it, just as and when things happen in my head or get edited to fit that channel. So that's basically it, to summarise. I don't know why I said to summarise. That wasn't the ending of the sentence I was looking for. Alright, so to summarise, uni starting, things should be okay for a month or two, but then may slow down, but I'll hopefully have an update anyway around the time of the slowing. New content coming, more effort going into it, hopefully video essays, big projects, 2 big projects I've got in the works that are going to be like big long videos. Coming up hopefully in the next month or 2, big projects, so look forward to those huge things. Patreon I'm being much more attentive with, and it's set up properly now, so there's real rewards on there if you want to check those out. And I'm also going to be doing posts on there probably every month or so, just talking about what's going on and the projects I'm working on, stuff like that, and early access to videos for only $1. Second channel for all the extra stuff, Yeti Plays for all the Let's Play stuff. Thank you for watching, thank you for your support recently, thank you, preemptive thank you for 3k when that does happen. Mine's been Yeti, I'll see you guys later, peace guys.
Listen to your heart. I'm face down in the dirt, someone pick me up. I've hesitated for too long, now enough is enough. Since we first met, it was on the up and up. She smile at me and say, it's nice to see you and such.